Hello and welcome, or welcome back to Language, Culture, and Dr. Lou. And this video is to launch a little series of videos that I want to do about how sometimes idioms can be contradictory to one another. And to me, it's kind of funny because proverbs and aphorisms and all of that are also kinds of idioms, idiomatic expressions. But when we're talking proverbs or aphorisms, they always seem to come with a little nugget of cultural wisdom, a little bit of wisdom passed down in the culture that the idiom is a part of. And not all idioms seem to share that component. And how do I get that? Is because a lot of these idioms can contradict each other pretty much directly. And we shouldn't be, picking and choosing what logic we apply based on a context. If something is good advice and it's wise, it should apply everywhere, right? And so this little series of contradictory idioms is the first one I'll give, which is they're all about time and how do we manage our time? Do we rush to get things done, or do we wait and think things out further and all that? And we have lots of different ones. Let's go back to a couple of real good proverbs. Well, one's a proverb, the other one is an aphorism, and it's all about time. And by that, let's start with one that's widely used in English, but it totally comes from Latin, I believe. Carpe, carpe diem, right? Which we know means seize the day. So this is about do something now so that you're not going to lose an opportunity to do this later. We only get one day once. And so let's go ahead and take advantage of it and go ahead and uh, go forward with whatever we want to do there. And so that's does seem like good advice to me. Life is short, so take advantage of it while you can. It makes perfect sense. And that goes pretty well with an aphorism, which I believe is attributed to Benjamin Franklin, which is never put off for tomorrow what you can do today. Kind of the same thing, right? You only have today once, so might as well get this done now while you can. And so those are, yeah, they're seeming like very good advice. And I have a couple other idioms that do seem to support both of these ones just fine. And so far, I'm not too confused. We seem to be on a good track of okay, seize the day, uh, take advantage of today to get things done. So don't put them off and don't wait until tomorrow because, well, you never know. Tomorrow might never come. So that's all good advice. And so, what other ones might go along with that, having to do with time, more specifically, again, we've got the early bird gets the worm, right? This one also really encourages us to go ahead and get something done sooner rather than later. You want to be um, nicely ready for when the worms are out. So you got to be early, right? And so that one, yeah, that one is an idiom that a lot of people know. And that one, it's kind of funny because not all birds get up early, and the later risers among them still get to eat worms. So that's a little debunking of that one, but it does seem to still support the idea of go ahead and do things now, because you might not get the chance later. And the next one tells us very similar story. A stitch in time saves nine. It's kind of like the early bird gets the worm thing in that it's encouraging preparation. Get things done now, which will help things work out really well later if you are prepared. And so those two go together nicely, along with Carpe Diem and never put off until tomorrow what you can do today. And this last one is going to support that as well. And it's pretty much he who hesitates is lost. Again, so all of these idioms, these three here and the two that I gave in the previous slide, they all seem to support, okay, do it now. Because it might turn out badly if you put it off until later, right? And like I said before, idioms can be a little confusing when they contradict each other. So now let's get into some idioms that pretty much directly contradict all five that we've already seen. And the first one, of course, also has to do with time specifically. And it's all good things come to him who waits. And yes, the correct pronoun here is him, not he. Um, but still, all good things come to him who waits. Hold on, that seems to be the very opposite of carpe diem, or never put off for tomorrow what you can do today, right? This is tell you just hold on and wait a little bit. Good things will come from waiting for it instead of being proactive about anything. Okay, that's weird. So now I wonder whether I should apply early bird gets the worm or all good things come to him who waits, right? These seem to be directly in conflict with each other. And that's what I'm talking about. Why not necessarily all idioms have necessarily a nugget of wisdom in them. Because if something is wise, then you really shouldn't be picking, choosing. One occasion gets one logic, another occasion gets the other logic. That seems, yeah, very self-serving in a way to do it. But what's another one that contradicts all the ones that tell us to hurry up and get things done would be haste makes waste, right? If you're hasty about something, meaning pushing forward and getting it done instead of sitting and thinking about it reflectively, waiting. Yeah, this one, it also, in my opinion, directly in contradiction to Carpe Diem. Um, and finally, I got a third one. It's also in direct conflict with the first five that we did. Look before you leap. So these three all go along well with each other in telling you uh, not just to manage your time wisely, but yeah, that waiting and thinking more and preparing is the right thing to do, as opposed to all the ones we saw earlier, like the early bird gets the worm, uh, where they're pretty much encouraging us to just go for it every time. So that is what brings into the part where I say that idioms can be very confusing when they're contradictory to each other. And so if those ones don't have you confused enough, how about a couple that directly contradict themselves? For instance, we've got two of the same clocks, but that go with two very different kinds of advice here. Slow and steady wins the race, but time waits for no man, right? This is all about the story of the tortoise and the hare and the race and all that, where the tortoise wins because slow and steady wins the race. But then again, time waits for no man. Um, how is exactly is that okay with being slow and steady if you're saying hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, because time is not going to wait for you. Just get it done. Yeah, to me, that's funny. And again, contradictory idioms can be very confusing when you don't know which one to apply in any given situation. And yeah, this is one of my favorites. But the next one, I think, is the only one that all the other ones sort of support a little bit, and nevertheless, nevertheless, it's directly contradictory. Little to itself, hurry up and wait, right? We tell somebody hurry up and wait. Waiting is not hurrying. That's two very different things. Anyway, so these are all very contradictory idioms to each other, all about time. So, which one do you like best? Which one do you think is the best to apply? Please do leave a comment about that on this video. I would love to hear it, and I would love to react to this and whatnot. And thank you for watching this little video about contradictory idioms. I hope you did appreciate it. And if you did, please do give it a like. Please drop a thumbs up on it. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please do consider subscribing. That would help me out so much with this tiny little channel. And yeah, and I would appreciate it so much. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to talking to you again in my next video very, very soon. So until then, catch you around next time. Bye bye.